Hello, what's happening, everyone? William Johnson here. My friends at Kandu Cajon sent me out a couple gorgeous instruments. One I have right here to my right and another one right at my foot here. I'm going to show it to you. It's a gorgeous instrument. Anyhow, they sent me out these drums to do a review, do a little presentation. I'm going to play it a little bit at the end of this video as well. And yeah, I mean, these drums are beautiful. They're beautiful to behold, and they are very soft. So anyways, I'm pretty sure the majority of people don't want to hear a 10-minute review about a couple cajons. So just really quick, I want to tell you a couple things I love about these instruments, because I personally saw them on the site and reached out to Kandu Cajons, and they offered to send me a couple. And so I want to tell you what I love about them and just a couple of my thoughts about the instrument. So we have first the conga. That's what Kandu Cajons calls it. And then below here to my right, my foot, I have a cabonga. That's what they call them. And I just have a couple mics, no special effects or anything on them. I have a small diaphragm mic right here close to me, and then a short mic behind the camera there. So nothing really fancy. Really nice, beautiful, deep tone. I'm going to play a little bit of this at the end of the video. Play both of them, put them in a little medley, percussion medley, so you can kind of get an idea of what they really sound like. However, anyways, some things that I really love about these instruments. One, they're both somewhat small. I mean, this one is pretty small. The Cajongas is a nice, small, compact size, which makes it great for smaller venues, or if you want to travel or use it as a side effect snare, if you're building in some type of hybrid kit or you're playing with. It's great. I'm actually putting it on, it's sitting on a cajon snare, a snare stand next to me, and the snare stand, the top, I have into an actual cymbal stand. So it's sitting on this snare stand like this, right? So I just have it to the side, and it works out beautifully. I've already done a couple worship services at my church and another church where I sat it down in a snare stand a little bit lower and was able to play it like an extra snare or another conga. And actually, I didn't play the cajonga here, this cajon, but I played the cabonga that I'm going to show you. Fun names that they have for them. So the size I love about them. I love the cajonga that it actually has a snare in it. So, and I'm going to play it a little bit with a broomstick and a brush so you can hear what that sounds like. I love that it has a snare in there and that you can use it as a snare. However, you may want to try to experiment with changing the snares out. It doesn't activate in the same in every single spot of the drum, but it does have a really nice snappy sound. So what's really cool about that, however, it's not all like pros and cons. It's not all cons. It's not all down there. It's not all bad. Is that if you hit it in the right spot, you're always going to get that nice snare. But then if you want to play it more like a bongo, then you can play it on the outside and you won't activate the snare as much as straight into the center. So you can just experiment. You can get a lot of different tones out of that. The other thing that I really love is the aesthetics. These instruments are gorgeous. I mean, they would make just good furniture. And that's actually one of the first things that my wife said when I pulled them out of the box, is she noticed the colors and the finish of them, and just sitting, because they sit so well on the floor, so flat, so smooth, the finish is so polished that actually they could just sit in your living room. So those of you that are married and perhaps your spouse is not a percussionist, you may be able to get away with some extra drums here laying around the house, and they're like furniture. They look like furniture or conversation pieces that could sit in your dining room or your den, your living room, patio, closed-in patio, not out in the weather. But yeah, anyways, very soft to the touch. I'm telling you, whoever's finishing these drums over there at Kandu Cajons, excellent job. I mean, this is just smooth and soft. It's very, very soft. So yeah, inside of the snare, I'll show you inside of what it looks like inside of there. And then we have the green Kabonga. Now I asked for it in green because I love this color. The mix, whoever's mixing the color, gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. So both of them together just make a great mix. I like the natural finish, but I love this green color. And I have gotten quite a few questions and remarks about this drum. Not only the way it sounds, I mean that deep tone. So many different tones, but that deep tone is beautiful. I've actually used it as a third conga drum and just tuned the other two conga drums around it, just for the sake of, because it's light. It's about 2 times the size of the conga here, but you know, it's still light, right? So anyhow, it and I'll list the dimensions here below as well. But anyhow, I've gotten a lot of remarks from it. The way it looks, the way it sounds. Aesthetically, looks amazing on stage. So those are a few things I like about them. The aesthetics, the way they look, smooth, polished finish. They look like furniture pieces, conversation pieces around the house. They're still somewhat small, light, and compact, so they're great for travel or smaller venues or gigs, or when you're trying to create a somewhat of a larger set with a smaller, I was going to say, I don't know what I was going to say there anyways. But anyhow, love these drums from Kandu Cajons. You can check them out on their website, kandukajons.com.